Welcome back to another Warspear live stream. So today there was supposed to be a server maintenance, but it got delayed, which made me realize maybe I can do a live stream. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I unlocked the electrification talent. So I am dealing some insane damage as a shaman in arena. Also with the talent static discharge. In the past 3 days, I have changed my skill build like 4 times. So I realized since this talent static discharge has been nerfed 2 years ago, the duration 20 seconds at level 4 does not worth it, even though you will be reflecting the damage. The damage will be not a lot. So favor of the spirits or teaching of the ancestors, these two are ideal. Favor of the spirits for mass healing. This does wonders. Lately I've been using teaching of the ancestors from yesterday because it not only increases the duration of cleanse for 1 second, but also it adds additional to 20% of healing from any healing skills. So that is OP. Single target, but does the work. Earlier I was using occultism branch, but I switched it to Fury of the Skies 2 days ago, just so that I can see how this talent works. I would say the damage is, there is a slight increase in damage. On my last live stream, I didn't mention this. Electrification can also critically hit. So the 40% of character's magical power, I have 1122 magical damage. The 40% of this is around 447, and that 447 can also critically hit the players. I forgot to use the buffs. I will show you my skill build in a while. Hello there, Raza Warspear. I'm just doing some arena. Okay. Let me show you my skill build. So this is my PvP skill build I'm using right now. With heal 5, protection 3, and earthquake at level 5. So why earthquake at level 5 and blast at level 1? So there are multiple reasons. Firstly, lightning blast can be resisted. Not that earthquake cannot be resisted, even though earthquake can also be resisted. But here's the thing. This does multiple effects. It not only deals damage, but it also roots players in a place, and on top of that, it also reduces the attack speed. So you're getting 3 effects, whereas with blind, you will not be dealing damage. You may be stunning the target, but that is also 50-50 depending upon the resistance parameter that opponent may have. So only these 2 factors. Also, earthquake is like an AoE damage. I'm more of an AoE player. Area of effect. That just interests me more. I also love the lightning shield, but since it got reworked, no matter what I try, I just cannot pair it with this other skills and make it useful. I have to sacrifice it. Now you may see me using the lightning blast. The reason is because of the offensive relic. It can activate with 15% chance, 20% chance, including the chance from group relic. So I have this offensive relic, terrible relic of sickness on my lightning blast, which can be activated with 20% chance. Now, even though I have it at level 1, sometimes it can trigger that relic debuff on opponents, and the sickness relic is really OP. It just drains your HP and the character is standing still. Now, Fire Totem, as usual, for the decent damage. Healing Totem for your support class, so you need to excel in healing. And Power of the Earth got reworked on the last rebalance. 3x4 is enough. Unless you're looking for a higher critical hit. In that case, you'll need to level it up to 4x4. Shamanic Cleanse at 4 for obviously the damage reduction, and also it pairs good with the talent Teaching of Ancestors. Now, Ancestor's Hand, I have leveled it to 3/4. The reason is this has been buffed during the last rebalance. The amount of damage this skill absorbs, and not just for your character, but also, not just for your ally, but also your character. You are absorbing the damage. Now, at level 1, it is decent at level 1, but at level 4, this absorbs a whopping damage of about 2k. For me personally, with 1122 magic damage, it absorbs 200% of damage at level 4 and lasts for 11 seconds. So that is around 2240 magical, not magical, 2240 any of the damage absorption. So the shield will be on my ally and also on my character. And the fun fact is, you have a very short duration on this, because that is what I noticed. I will show you. The duration is so short that you can almost permanently use it. The only con is that you need to be beside of your party member. You must have someone always with you, otherwise you will not be able to use it. Let me show you. Oh, I almost revealed my game account. Damn it. That was a really good fight. So I'm not sure if you noticed it, but this makes your character beefy. This provides your character that tankiness that you will otherwise not have it. And I have it at 3/4 because I cannot have it at level 4, but I'm figuring out a way to make it 4. I may have to sacrifice my healing totem for it. Nice. This is why I like quick. Okay. Okay. Since I have 5 more minutes left for this scroll to end, I will go another arena, then I will show you the skill builds of Russian players that I have discovered yesterday in the Discord. This, along with Shamanic Cleanse, it just gives you a lot of tankiness. I can tank some really OP rangers in Emerald with the combination of these two. This may not be effective if you have a lower magical damage. The higher the magical damage you have on with your character, the higher will be the protection. So at level 1, it absorbs 130% of character's magical damage, which for me is around 1300 magical damage. So I was having a discussion with Russian players. They were saying, why did you level up your ancestor's hand in place of energy field? Because the damage, the max damage around 2k, that is nothing for a DPS character. A DPS character class can deal you more than 2k damage in a short amount of time. Let me show you the skill build of Russian players. Okay, here's me asking for a healthy discussion on the possible PvP skill builds, as it's been more than 5 months with the rebalance update. I'm missing a lot of my quicks. Okay, I'll pause the arena for a while and I will show you the skill build of Russian players that I have encountered so far. So here is me asking yesterday for PvP skill builds, on whether there are any new skill builds, and this is me 3 months ago when the rebalance happened. I asked in the month of January, I asked for suggestions for best PvP skill build with the current update. I was testing back then, I was also testing some skill builds, not at all ideal with the basic ones, but the expert ones I still believe they do work. And there's this guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name. So this was his build back in the day. Basic skill build: Healing Spirit 5, Protection 3, Lightning Blast at 5. So this is the general basic skill build that I had noticed on all the Russian skill builds. And he's also using Shield at level 4 with the talent Static Discharge with 4 Fire Totem, and Power of the Earth at 3, because it is decent at level 3. It increases the duration of totems with just level 3. Cleanse at level 4 and Energy Field at level 3. So this was his build back in the day. I will show you his current build in a moment. Now he was asking me why I had my energy field at level 1. So I feel like the 7 to 15% of skills cooldown will not be a game changer. It will not make a lot of difference, but because it can allow shamans to enchant their accessories, bracelets, rings with penetration or skills cooldown. So I'm still kind of skeptical of this. And so the same day I used another skill build. Like I said, I am more interested on AoE effects, so I like leveling up Earthquake more. Not that I don't like Lightning Blast, but you cannot have everything. You have to sacrifice something. And this Russian guy, Random, his name is Random, ISHE, Randomish. Damn it, it's so difficult to pronounce their names. So this was a skill build he was using back in the day, and this is really interesting. Basic skills as usual. Now he has the Fury of the Skies talent branch unlocked, the attack speed one. So it has electrification, 4 fire totem, and 3x4 of healing totem, which I guess he might thought would be enough for the healings. 3 power of the earth, level 4 cleanse, and 4 energy field gain. So they are also prioritizing the energy field skill, because not only your character, it also give the buffs to the party members. But I had this question, I had this shower thought. What if there are 2 shamans in an arena match with level 4 energy field? Let's say, for example, one shaman has 1x4 energy field and another one has 4x4 energy field. In this case, which shaman's energy field will be applied to other players? I was just having this question. I just like, one thing I like in this skill build is that he distributed the skill points effectively. So this was his skill build back in the day. They criticized me a lot for leveling up the Ancestor's Hand at level 4, because it is a situational upgrade. And yesterday I asked again for update on skill builds, as it's been 4 or 5 months. I gave my skill build, I showed them this is my skill build, now you tell me, have you explored in something new? We had a discussion on why I had my shield at level 1, at level 3. I explained them, it gives tankiness, and with cleanse it makes your character so much tanky that you can absorb a lot of damage, and you can also use the Ancestor's Hand almost permanently with short skills cooldown. So this was the skill build of random-ish Russian player from, I don't know, Amber is in good to go guild in Russian. So when I asked, because he had clown emoji, so at first I thought he's trolling, but then told me this is the GVG, guild versus guild events skill build he used, and it helps him in dealing a shit ton of damage, because he also has Fury of the Skies unlocked. So this is his skill build for GVG. When I asked for PvP, he said he is not doing PvP anymore, and this is the build he uses for skill GVG events, guild events. And this new player I met yesterday, he showed me his skill build. This was interesting. As usual, the basic skills are distributed for Healing Spirit, Earth Protection, and Lightning Blast. Then he's using the Favor of the Spirits talent for Healing Totem, and he has it at level 4, Fire Totem at level 4, Power of Dirt at 3x4, 4x4 Cleanse. Now here is something new. He has 3x4 of Weakness Totem. Now this is, I never thought of it, because so many players, this skill has been nerfed like 2 years ago. People usually don't go around it, but let me show you how it is right now. Weakness Totem. So at level 1, it reduces critical hit, penetration, and accuracy by 10, 6, 8. And only for 3 players. I believe this is still being used by Shaman players in guild events, because I don't do much guild events, so I'm not much aware of the skill builds, but I have been using one while I was in a top guild. So yeah, this is, I still believe this is being used, but not on a PvP skill build, but more on a GVG skill build, guild versus guild events, mass fights, wars. So at level 1, 10 critical hit, 6 penetration, and 8% accuracy is being reduced. Now at level 3, 16% of critical hit, 10% of penetration, 12% of accuracy, and for 5 players, perfect for 5 versus 5 arena mode, and also for 4 versus 4 crucibles. Though having it at level 4 will further decrease the critical hit by 20, 12, 15. This can be resisted, so if the character has a lot of resistance parameter, they can ignore the debuffs from the weakness totem. But thing is, it affects every 3 or 4 seconds, So even if they have the resistance parameter at peak, they will still get hit by this weakness totem at least once. And just imagine having your occultism branch activated, so you will be having that additional silence. Silence of the grave. So with this you will also be having additional mute effect. Now here is another thing that I noticed. With the reduction on these parameters, these offensive parameters, the damage sometimes get reduced. For example, if you're being hit 2k damage, that can be reduced by these if these debuffs are applied on the opponents. So that 2k damage can be reduced by around 1800 magic damage or 1600 if you have it at level 4, because I have seen a live example of it from a Brazilian player, Marcelo Shaman. He's also a very good Shaman player. So this is another PvP oriented skill build that fascinates me. It is on my wish list. I am planning to switch my skill build again. I have switched my skill build like 4 times already in the past 3 days. I still have one more book. So I'm just testing and trying out different skill builds that will be working for me. So this one interests me. Oops, just a second. I forgot to look at the chat. A moment. Hello there, Rizal Pratama. I'm from Emerald Sova. Okay, back to the skill builds. So also I would like to add, imagine having level 5 earthquake with this skill build. So you will not only decrease the offensive parameters of the opponents, but you will also hold them in place for, at level 5 it is 5 seconds, 6 microseconds, and 2 seconds here and there. They will also get the silence debuff. Not just that, you can also use the fire totem meanwhile to deal the damage. I was just having that idea. So this was the second skill build I came across yesterday. Moving on, we had a deep discussion on what else we can do with the skills. Randomish showed me that he can kill the faceless boss in just 4 minutes with this skill build he has. Hero of the Skies talent branch. And then there is this another player who showed me Nintendo. He's also a Shaman user. He also showed a boss skill, but it was a duo Shaman with Hunter combo. And the main guy I told you earlier, so he showed me his updated skill build. So this is the third skill build I came across. As usual, the basic skills are distributed for Healing Spirit, Protection, and Lightning Blast, with 4 Healing Totem, 4 Fire Totem, 3 Power of the Earth, 4 Cleanse, and 3 Energy Field. So out of all these skill builds, what I had noticed is the basic skill build for Shaman in PvP is 5 Healing Spirit, 3 Protection, and 5 Lightning Blast. No matter what other expert skills you level, but this is the basic skill build for any of the PvP skill build in PvP Shamans. Another interesting thing I noticed is that majority of the players are leveling their energy field just so that you can have that additional enchantments of skills cooldown or penetration crystals on your accessories, and also you'll be buffing your team members with that additional skills cooldown. You'll also have a short duration on your skills. I haven't tested with level 4 energy field because I don't feel like doing it. I right now have 95% of skills cooldown, and I think it is more than enough. Having more 20 skills cooldown will not change a thing for me, I believe. So instead, if I can put those skill points on any other expert skills, that will additionally have an impact on the game. So these two things I observed. One is the basic skill build, and players from Russians are more on developing the energy field skill, expert skill, apart from the healing totem, fire totem, and shamanic cleanse. Also the power of the earth. So these 4 are the core expert skills: fire totem, healing totem, power of the earth, and shamanic cleanse. These 4 are the core that excels in this update. So you must have these 4, and the remaining 2 points in what expert skill you put depends completely upon your personal preference, because energy field is semi passive. It is an active skill, but it is a constant energy consumption. You don't have to actively do something with it. It will just provide you the mana regeneration, and also skills cooldown. That is the reason why I believe most players from Russian are leveling energy field. So this is a go-to build, you can say. Now here is an alternate version of this skill build. There are 2 points you see on the energy field. You can put those 2 points on Ancestor's Hand for additional tankiness. You will have, trust me, you will have Ancestor's Hand skill almost every time with your character. Not just your ally, you will also be having, you will also get a shield that will absorb 2k damage, assuming you have around more than 1k magic damage. If you have more than 1k magic damage, you will be absorbing around 2k damage, but that is with level 4 of Ancestor Hand. Here we are talking about level 3/4 because you will not be having more skill points left. So the 2 skill points you have, that you will be having the remaining 2 skill points. And if you spend those 2 skill points on Ancestor's Hand, it will give 170% of damage absorption, 170% of your character's magical damage. For me, it is 1900 at level 3/4. 1900 damage is absorbed. At level 4, for me, it is 2200 magical damage that is being just absorbed. Level 3 or level 4. The cool thing is you will have Ancestor's Hand for 9 seconds at level 3/4 and level 11 seconds for at level 4/4. So this is situational, gives additional tankiness. Now, if you don't want to level up Energy Field or Ancestor's Hand, this is the third option you can go for, the Weakness Totem. Instead of Energy Field, the remaining 2 skill points, you can spend it on Weakness Totem. With Occultism Branch, this will not only reduce the offensive stats, but it will also apply Silence. This will be a really good for mass fights, but in crucibles, in skirmishes, I'm not sure how much it will be effective. But like I said, if you have level 5 Earthquake and this at level 3 or 4, that will be a game changer. You can have the opponents stuck at the area for 5 seconds, and then after 2 seconds they will get the silence effect. All in all, so if you don't want to spend the remaining 2 skill points on Energy Field or Ancestor's Hand, you can spend it here on the Weakness Totem as a debuffer shaman. Energy Field, it's like utility shaman, and with Ancestor's Hand it is tankiness shaman, completely situational. But trust me, you will be able to tank a lot of damage from DPS classes like Mage or Ranger, also Seeker. And with Weakness Totem, you are a debuffing shaman. You are no longer, your role will be more on weakness, the weakening of the enemies, and with this you will achieve it. So these are the skill builds. These are some of the skill builds that I came across recently. Just thought sharing about this. So that is it. I will be doing some arena, but I will take some break. I just wanted to talk about this. talk about the skill builds that we have as shaman players. You might wonder what skill build for PvP will be good in this update. So these are some of the skill builds that I came across which are rewarding. Right now I'm using the tankiness one with AoE. I have control, plus also I can protect players. So that is it. I hope I helped you with something. I'll be back again later sometime. Until then, have fun, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.